Um, this is Fletcher, and in my podcast, I'll be answering the question: in the face of institutional oppression, how have African Americans shown resilience and resistance from early 15th century to present day? In the 1400s, when the Europeans first arrived to the Americas, they sought out to civilize the Native Americans, and this is when the first acts of institutional oppression had come out to play, and it would leave its legacy for years and years to come. Institution means an established law, practice, or custom. Institutional oppression is the systematic mistreatment of people within a social identity group, and it is supported and enforced by society and its customs and laws, and is solely based on the person's membership in the social identity group. These barriers can be invisible to those that are not affected. Institutional racism is when the law has the power to negatively affect the people of that certain racial group. The way Africans showed resilience and resistance in the early 15th century was they used coping mechanisms. Coping mechanisms are strategies people often use in the face of stress, trauma, or painful emotions. They often help adjust to their problems. In a slave narrative by Charles Cole, a former slave, he tells how his life as a slave wasn't all that bad, but he learned Catholicism, and he was still a Catholic even after slavery had passed. In the James V. Dean slave narrative, he talks about his life and how he would always run away. Both Charles Cole and James V. Dean both showed resilience and rebellion by enjoying their life. Some other ways Africans would cope is they would have kinship, family, and their religion. Some ways to rebel is they would run away, and they would often fight back their master. Also, in the codification and justification of a slavery document, there were laws that would often try to oppress them. Like, if they would rebel, they would get 100 lashes by law, and it had to be done. Institutional oppression still affects us today because there is still a rigid racial hierarchy throughout our society. Some stats are a black man is 75% less likely to get a job if he is a high school dropout, while as a white man is only 15% less likely. This shows a rigid racial hierarchy because based on race, you will be less likely to get a job to support your family. To sum it up, institutional oppression still exists today,